All right. Morning.
Happy evening, everybody.
Welcome back to Roasted Chestnuts. We're here this morning, dialing in our stuff on the technical side, getting closer and closer to smoothness.
Checking a couple technical things real quick.
Technical things. You want to make sure we're streaming good? Want to make sure we're hearing everything?
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to Roasted Chestnuts. Yep.
And
sounds great.
And what's the smoothness level?
Sounds smooth. Let's see. Is our connection?
I can't find that connection thing. It used to be over here. Now it seems to be gone.
Twitch is the worst.
No, it's great.
We all know.
We love it. Yeah, I can't find that same. Sounds pretty good though.
Yeah, sounds good for now. All right. You want to do the intro?
We're gonna check back in. Good morning. We are the Roasted Chestnuts, a father and son chess squad. I am the father.
I am also the father.
Yes. Each week we play to decide who's the. All right. Anyway.
Decide who is the chess. Who is better at chess that week?
Yes. And so far, interestingly, anyway, that's the conceit. We're on Twitch, but rather than playing on a streamed on a video chess, we like to play analog style here with the cameras, and a printout of paper. This is our scores thus far. Mm-hmm. Incredibly, this is week 7 of Roasted Chestnuts. In the past 6 weeks, we have come up a full tie. A full tie. It's insane.
This is week 3 of month 2.
Week 3 of month 2. Tied up. Indy dominated round 1. I dominated round 2.
Yep.
It's insane. Somebody said it seemed like we wrote that in some kind of premonition.
I know.
But no.
Nope.
This is just how it came up.
You're real.
So, we also like to talk about movies while we play chess, various things like that.
Yeah. This week we might be a little light. We've been trying to...
We're not light.
We're light. We usually talk about 2 movies.
Yeah, we were thinking about scaling that back, though, because 2 movies, I mean, it's nice if you come up with 2 thematically linked movies, and it rocks out like that.
Like The Thing and The Hateful Eight.
Yes, last week was a great one. But...
we've also been trying to get more chess movies. This week we watched what we thought... If you've been watching, you know we've been watching movies that feature a bit of chess in maybe one scene.
Right.
Or 2 or 3 scenes. But we tried watching a chess movie this week. And I wouldn't say it was quite a chess movie.
It wasn't a chess movie, but...
It wasn't like Pawn Sacrifice or...
No.
But you might know it. It's a very, very famous movie. It's called The Seventh Seal.
Yeah.
It's a German movie set in Switzerland or something.
Yeah, I would have thought maybe a French movie set. Anyway, it is set in Switzerland.
It starred Max von Sydow, who you might know. He's in stuff still. He was in Game of Thrones. He was in like The Force Awakens briefly.
Yeah. And we'll talk about it as we play. But for my money, that's the idea. That's the perfect Roasted Chestnuts movie, in the sense that chess is the theme, chess is the That's why it's nice to it doesn't have to be a chess movie. It's a movie with chess in it. So even if it's just one scene of chess, it's just a jumping off point to experience like movies that maybe otherwise we wouldn't. Mm-hmm. And I thought this was the perfect example of that. That's true. The Seventh Seal. I thought it was incredible.
I did too.
Let's pick and get started, shall we?
Yeah.
Have we spoken about all the premise items?
Well, I think we should talk about WandaVision first because I think we're probably going to have a lot less to say.
All right. Well, that's a spoiler warning then, because it just came out. Oh, I guess episode 2 just came out. We're going to talk about episode 1.
We only watched episode 1
of WandaVision,
the new Disney Plus Marvel television show.
Its connection to chess is dubious, but I'll say this: it is a move on the chessboard of Hollywood.
Yes. For
Marvel and Disney to put out WandaVision at all.
Yeah. It seems very interesting.
They made a move. It might be a queen sacrifice,
yes,
or a bishop sacrifice.
Wanda and the Vision, to me, were the most boring characters of all the Marvel movies. And when they announced they were doing a TV show with them, that sounded like the worst thing ever. But once I started seeing the trailers...
Yeah, the trailers are great.
pretty damn interesting. And
Interesting trailers.
So, all right. Well, let's pick our colors first.
And let's pick them in the style of the Seventh Seal.
Yes.
I usually pick the other hand. Boom!
Quite.
So, okay, WandaVision, we're just Marvel fans, whatever.
Yeah, we're I think both of us read comic books when we were younger, and we were more on the DC side of comic books.
Sure.
But like all Americans, we love Marvel movies.
Yeah, I saw them all at the beginning of the pandemic. I made it a little, that was like my first binge out. I watched all of the Marvel movies, and I gotta say, not every frame is amazingly perfect, but like the amount of things, and now we're off course here a little bit, but the amount of stories and whatnot that they throw up in the air in these Marvel movies, particularly if you think about it, that they didn't set out when Iron Man 1 came out, like they didn't set out to do this whole
set out to make WandaVision?
Yes. So the idea that train was already kind of going down the tracks became amazing, and then, or at least amazing cash cow.
Yes.
And then they realized, holy crap, we've got to make this into a giant storyline, bringing Thanos and the Stones.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
Thanos and the Stones.
Yeah, it's a good Rolling Stones cover band. I thought it all landed amazingly well. Like,
For when Mick Jagger dies.
Not perfect, but it all landed. I couldn't believe the last few movies, even though, the whole concept of just having, the guy's plan is to destroy half the universe and all that.
We don't have to get into all that. It's not what we're talking about.
I thought
today.
they landed it really well. Is my point. Larger point. We're Marvel people. I'm a Thor Ragnarok and Guardians of the Galaxy type person myself.
We love Thor Ragnarok.
If you want to break it down.
We love Taika.
Yeah, Taika.
All things Taika.
Yes. Taika's in some live thing they were talking about at work yesterday. Anyway.
But speaking of Thanos and the Stones, the last time we saw Vision, I guess he got a stone ripped out of his skull by Thanos and he died.
So is this a Vision prequel type situation?
No, I don't know. We don't know. I think it's set after.
Okay.
In some kind of...
Or is it just an alternate storyline altogether?
It could be an alternate storyline, but it seems like some kind of experiment or something.
Yes. It is produced by that same gentleman.
Right. Oh, so how we usually do this is we do 2 rounds casual, where we talk about what we watched, and then 1 round on the clock, which is covered up right now. Super intense.
So intense. Round 3 on the clock. Although we could some weeks mix that up and be like, this week round 1's going to be on the clock, and then we're going to go casual. Round 2, that would be just so insane. All right.
That would be insane.
Should we just give this... We had some stream problems last week. I'm going to give it a quick check before we dive in. But Andy, you start on the WandaVision.
Okay. So it was not... All right, so spoilers for episode 1 of WandaVision. We didn't watch episode 2 yet. But it's funny because my basically my knowledge of sitcoms centers around the sitcoms my mom loved when she was a kid. Like the Dick Van Dyke Show, and I Love Lucy, and Bewitched, which is heavily referencing Dick Van Dyke Show and Bewitched.
Sounds good.
I really appreciated the way they did the special effects on the show, were very much in the Bewitched 1950s sitcom fashion, where instead of using CGI, they would cut away. They would have somebody standing in the frame in a costume, and then they would be wearing a different costume by magic, but they would cut, the actor would change, and then they'd try to stand in the same exact position, but it was noticeable that it was a cut. I thought that was very cool. I was glad they...
If a pan is going to disappear, you can kind of CG that out.
Right.
You can erase it or shoot a plate, or you can do it old school style where you just film it with the pan in there, cut that away, and then film it again with the pan gone, and it's kind of a noticeable edit. It's great. So the whole I Dream of Jeannie vibe all the way through.
Bewitched.
Yeah.
So I was a big fan of the Dick Van Dyke Show when I was younger, and I loved at the beginning of this when it's famous at the beginning at the intro to the Dick Van Dyke Show. Dick Van Dyke comes into the house and he does a comical trip over the ottoman, and it's like a thing.
Yeah.
In this, the Vision comes into the house and he almost walks into a chair, but then he phases right through it.
walks through it for those who don't speak dork.
They speak dork if they're here. So that was fun.
Yeah.
We got some comments. Who's this?
I don't
Maggie?
know. You're fine. The stream is smooth. Thank you, Maggie.
All right.
Welcome. Thanks for watching. Once again, our most dedicated fan.
Yes.
Maggie Friedman.
Acclaimed television writer Maggie Friedman.
Watch her show Firefly Lane,
Yes.
debuting on February 3rd.
A couple weeks.
All
right. Should we kick off some moves?
Yeah, there was one more thing I was gonna say. Oh, I was just gonna say, if you haven't experienced Dick Van Dyke, if it's on one of the streamings or wherever you can get to that, just watch a few episodes.
It's fun.
It's worthwhile.
Yeah. And the plot of this episode was very much in the vein of an I Love Lucy.
And we never looked up. There was an actor, a female actor who seemed like, I'm looking up right now.
She seemed like she was definitely all about that.
Like she was maybe from the
Mary
era.
Tyler Moore
Something
show,
familiar.
I Love Lucy.
Oh, was she the mom from that 70s show?
I think she might have been, but I think she was also a little back in that era that we're talking about.
Oh God, are you gonna look it up? Because I'm struggling. All right.
Catherine Hahn was in the first episode. She's in that 70s show. But let's go back to... No, she's not no roles before the 80s.
Damn. All right.
She does nail the look.
Yeah.
That
she looks that Ethel
60s, yeah.
look.
That Ethel look.
And her husband, this is like Vision's boss at work or whatever, and part of the wacky antics that are coming around. The boss, I know he's the Larry David psychiatrist who says to him, he tells him all about George Lucas's prostitution habit, but doesn't say George. And he
won't mention George Lucas's name,
right? And he also plays, who's that guy in A Serious Man?
I've never seen that.
But you know the guy,
the Serious Man.
Yeah, he's in tons of stuff. He's big in Boardwalk Empire, but he's in tons of stuff.
Does Maggie have the answer?
February 3rd. Oh my God, I'm so glad I got that right. I was so nervous when I said February 3rd. Let's see here. Yeah, the Serious Man guy. What was the point?
The boss from WandaVision.
Oh yeah, in the movie A Serious Man, he's the guy. The boss from WandaVision is the guy who the main character in A Serious Man's wife is having an affair with.
Okay.
But he's very like open about it and huggy with him and just like these things.
Kind of like in Best in Show. Not quite. I feel like that actor. I feel like I've seen him in a couple Coen Brothers roles.
Oh, maybe.
It is your turn.
Yeah.
So you know, not to rush you.
No.
We're in the chill phase of our chess. But I'd say I did not like the end sting in the episode of WandaVision where it kind of panned back, kind of zoomed out, and the whole episode is shot like a 1950s sitcom. Same aspect ratio. It's in black and white. And then it zooms out, and then somebody's watching them in a TV studio. We don't see somebody watching. Or
some
them,
kind of facility.
See,
Could be like Cobra Command.
Right, Cobra Command probably, or the Romulans, but it didn't seem necessary. It felt like we know. It felt like we know that this is some kind of weird.
I could have used more of that.
I could have used more or less. It was the wrong amount. I could have used none of it, or a little bit of an answer, but I felt like I didn't learn anything new from that.
I'm almost annoyed by the level of which the whole episode was just a tease, and I have a feeling at least the whole first chunk of the season is just going to be teasy.
I don't know. I don't necessarily have a problem with that.
We'll see. I thought it was a lot to ask the audience to go along for the ride. It was a full episode in the style of Lucy or Dick Van Dyke.
There is one moment where things get a little weird,
yes,
and the shots get a little more. They're not quite shot like a sitcom.
And I thought that was one of the coolest parts.
Yeah. I think like Watchmen, HBO's Watchmen.
Yeah.
I'd say the first half of that was a lot of teasing.
You're
really
right.
paid off.
Just setting up and setting up.
Yeah.
But what within the content of like those antic scenes could be set up for anything future important? I don't know.
I mean, it's clear
The lobsters flying around and all that?
Was that supposed to be an Annie Hall reference?
Potentially.
Okay.
I mean, I haven't seen Annie Hall, but I have seen that scene.
Uh-huh.
And it... Maybe.
You haven't seen Annie Hall?
No, check.
Annie Hall's the only Woody Allen movie I've seen. Oh, and that terrible one with Jesse Eisenberg and Kristen Stewart.
Which one's that? Oh, yeah.
And Steve Carell.
I've seen that one.
That one sucked.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about.
I like the one
Society.
before that, though, which was...
I don't have my water.
Oh, I'll grab you a water in a minute.
Get it after this game.
The one with Catherine...
Michael?
No.
Firefly Lane?
No. Okay, hold on. I'm in an important phase here. It was entering mid-game. I threw down with a early check. Now I have to back it up with some
Huge
goodness.
mistake.
Yeah. I fucked that up. Damn it! I could be in such a better position right now.
I know.
Check.
I could be in such a better position.
Oh man, I'm screwing this up. Yeah, my favorite part was during the dinner.
Who's that? I can't see from here.
Somebody wants to play. Somebody wants to jump in. Do you want to play against me? I will give you my moves in chat.
Ooh.
That does sound fun.
That does sound fun.
We'll set that up.
Yeah.
And we're on a tight schedule here for this one, but I think in 2 weeks, Indy's going to be out of town.
Yeah, we'll talk about this after or towards the end of the.
This is good though.
Of the stream.
All right, it's my turn.
Yes.
Oh Christ. Anyway, there's a point in WandaVision where like they get a little confused about where they are and how they got there, and that was like my favorite moment.
Yeah, I liked all that stuff. I liked the mystery of it. I liked when Vision was trying to ask his coworkers what they do at the company, and they were just like, "We verify the forms."
Yeah.
It was like, "But what do we produce at the company?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Well, we make sure that
Yeah.
when the forms go in, everything is all good." And
Yeah. That might not be a bigger comment on it. That might be it.
Yeah.
Like, there's probably not a mystery around what the company actually does, or
well,
maybe
it's a mystery what the whole world is.
Right.
The company, the neighborhood, the guests. Although Catherine Hahn's character is probably going to be featured more, I feel like, just because she.
Is that the neighbor?
Yeah. You know her. She's in everything.
Okay.
She's in everything. She's in like everything.
Yeah, I believe it.
Name a movie. She's in it.
Yeah.
Seventh Seal.
Right. Seventh Seal.
Anyway, I don't know if we have too much more to say about WandaVision.
No, but stay tuned. We'll talk about it, I guess, every week a little bit.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, we'll probably watch the second episode after this.
All right.
But Seventh Seal.
Dun dun dun. All right, this is a change in tone. We usually talk about one thing and then the other on the next one, but we didn't have that much to say about WandaVision, so here we are. The Seventh Seal. The Seventh Seal. Was that a night? Hey Siri.
1958.
1958. The Seventh Seal. Wait, who's the director? Oh, Bergman. Disillusioned and exhausted.
Okay, don't make Siri read the whole description on Twitch.
Encounters death on a desolate beach and challenges him to a fateful game of chess. Shall I continue?
No.
No, thank you, Siri. Exactly. Siri nailed it.
But not exactly. So it wasn't quite a chess movie.
Right. No, it wasn't really a chess movie at all. There's a little bit of a chess framework in the movie. They played some chess. Chess came up early and often,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't a chess movie. No.
But there was chess.
Yeah. But that is not the point. The point is, it is a movie about death and secondarily or intertwined the struggle to understand God. It stars Max von Sydow, who is a knight just returned from the Crusades. Kind of looked like the ship had just kind of dropped him and his squire off on the shore with a couple of horses and enough supplies to like make it home. So they were like on their journey home, but he wasn't, I guess, destined to make it home. Death. Maybe there was a shipwreck.
It seemed like it was something like that, and they washed up on the beach, and death came for them, and he wanted to try to placate that for a little bit.
He stalled it off, baby.
Yeah.
He said, "Look, if I can beat you at chess, give me a reprieve."
Right.
And Death was like, "I don't know about that, but I'll play you." Right? Basically.
Just to see.
Yeah.
Just death,
Yeah.
I will say, I feel like most movies, even if they're about God in the Christian sense, I feel like you can still interpret it differently. This seemed to be exclusively about God, about I don't know.
The Christian God, you mean?
Yeah, it didn't seem like there was much room for a general sense of God. Like, it felt like it was literally about the man with the white beard.
I don't know about that. Because, I think specifically, here's all my thoughts in the intervening days. This character, this knight, basically threw down for God. Right. Spent 10 years fighting in the Crusades.
What he thought it was for God.
But during that time, and I'm sure the young him who set off on that was expecting that by the end of it, he'd have some answers. Mm-hmm. He'd have some proof to the questions inside. And when he returned home, he didn't have the proof. And that's the main reason. The proof of the existence of God. That was his big problem in the movie was, I've put my whole life into this guy, into this pursuit of God. Yeah. And here I am on death's door, and I've never seen the proof. I've never witnessed a miracle. He's never spoken to me. And the evidence of him in day-to-day life is pretty scant. Yeah. So he was desperate to see something of God. The backdrop of all this was the third thing that was interesting about the movie, and the most surprising thing was the backdrop was the plague, which was very disconcerting here during our COVID times. We live in Los Angeles, where things are popping off crazy COVID-wise. We are stuck in this house all the time.
That's awesome.
And so it was fascinating to see, just in some ways, just to see them in that time period in 1348 or something, to grapple with. We shouldn't go to the city because it's fucking full of plague, and like we're trying this band of people is like trying to escape the plague by going this way. This band of actors is moving from here to there and wondering if they should or shouldn't go to one town or the other because they hear a lot of people are dying or not dying. And you see a few people die of it. And like when they come upon somebody maybe doing a mural on a wall, the mural is all about the plague and all about death. The themes are so heavy and consistent and dark. Once or twice you see somebody die of the plague. One is almost comical and interesting. It's about 40 seconds long. Death throws, and I think I said to Andy, like, well, if that's, that's kind of how I would, I'll take 40 seconds of that, that drama.
It didn't feel like a movie from 1958.
That was interesting about it.
It felt like a movie from 1942 or something.
Yes. I would say 1938. It felt very old, considering the movie that happened to pop on HBO Max after that was a movie from the 60s called The Samurai.
It was a French movie called Le Samurai.
Yeah. And it was like this...
it was like this boring hitman movie.
This bourgeois...
Yeah.
Styling hitman from the... Which I think maybe the movie Ghost Dog, Jim Jarmusch, was partially based on. But nonetheless, it was weird.
There's more samurai stuff in Ghost Dog than there was in Le Samurai.
I do want to see the rest of it. I made it about 2/3 of the way through and then fell asleep. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is the seventh seal.
It's your turn, by the way.
Okay.
But keep going if you want. Just so you're not waiting.
Sorry.
Just in case
Check.
you're waiting. See, that was the thing about the Seventh Seal that seemed so. It was about the Crusades, literally, and about his quest for the way he perceived God, or the God that he believed in his mind that would exist, and he was not open to any idea of any other possible form of God that wasn't a man in the sky with a white beard.
I agree with that, but I thought that stood in for basically any crises of faith or any doubt.
Yeah.
Religious doubt or, existential, spiritual kind of, what does it all mean? Doubt. He was doubting. He was saying maybe it's nothing. Maybe there's nothingness. Maybe death equals nothing.
Yeah.
And he just kind of wanted to know, to the point where there was like one interesting set of things where there was a sort of a witch style, I guess you would say, character who they were saying had brought the plague. They had a woman chained up.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They had a woman chained up, and he went to her. She was like chained on the wall, and all the guards and these soldiers were holding her, kind of like she's the one. And these religious types were kind of smudging her with incense and stuff, and they were going to burn her in short order. But in the meantime, they were trying to tamp down the devilry that was in her and all around her. And our main character, the knight, went to her and in two different points and said to her basically they're all claiming you're the devil and that you interact with the devil, and she's like, I do, I see the devil all the time. And he was just like, all right, show me him, or at least before he died, he at least wanted to talk to the devil about the devil's experiences with God.
Right.
He at least wanted some evidence, even if it meant kind of going to the dark side for it.
Yeah.
He was he needed it. He was desperate to know. And then she turned out she was basically full of shit.
Right. Well, it seemed like there were characters that were more open to the idea of a different type of God, or of God not being what they might have thought, and those were the characters that could see death in his physical form.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's a whole subset of actors, a sub-story. Remember that?
Yeah.
The
Hof.
Yeah, Hof, but his acting partner. I can't remember the other guy's name who went off with the blacksmith's wife.
Yeah.
That was insane.
Yeah, the tone, I'd say it was pretty good with the tone, because there were a lot of funnier scenes. It didn't clash with the dark tone though. There was a lot of, excuse me. It was pretty dark throughout. It was it was the plague and the end of the Crusades, and everyone's dying, and guy's he's basically coming back home after 5 years or a decade of slaughtering people in the name of God.
He and his wife don't really recognize each other. It's interesting. It's slaughtering people in the name of God, and coming back unsatisfied somehow. After spending 10 years slaughtering people in the name of God, somehow he came home unsatisfied. Damn it! Week after week, he gets me with that late game castling.
Week after week, he sets a plan with no wiggle room.
There's wiggle room. The problem is my pawn game. The reason a lot of people can't do late game castling is because the other person has moved enough pieces down to that end of the board to make it not doable, or some kind of defense has had to happen. But I am always so late in my pawn game that I usually don't have the troops on the far side to keep him from doing it, and that sucks. It really, really sucks. Is it my turn?
No.
I mean, so in the end, you're gonna give WandaVision a
7 out of 10.
wait and see.
Oh, yeah, definitely a wait and see.
Keep going.
Because I have to say, there have been a couple times with Marvel where I try to, I know a Marvel thing is never going to be that out of the box and wild, because it's like the most mainstream thing ever.
Ouch and ouch for Marvel.
I don't know if that's an ouch. I mean, look, it's fine. It's fine. Everybody likes McDonald's, But...
Damn.
What? No.
No.
But I'm saying, I feel like this could break through that, but I don't want to have that expectation.
Uh-huh.
Because I've had that before.
Best to keep your expectations in check during Marvel. Don't say check. What? On check, in check, out of check. Check, please. Is it your turn?
Yes!
Son of a...
Move I had to make.
That's a move I wanted to make.
Looks like a, yeah.
It is
I know
actually.
how much you love retreating.
It's all part of my plan. Oh, you know what? If you think that's retreating, then you don't know what I know. God damn it.
Thought I might have been able to see what you were trying to do.
Oh, man. Don't get slippery.
Don't start getting froggy.
Oh. What's froggy?
I just wouldn't start getting froggy.
Okay. Oh man, you got me knighted down a little bit.
Froggy, I think Froggy is a reference to that Key and Peele skit where they're on the plane and they're like those crazy dudes and they're sitting next to that guy and they're talking about like if a terrorist comes on board, how they're gonna handle it. And he's like,
Yeah.
if some terrorists start getting froggy up in here.
That's insane.
Check.
Dude, I don't have time for this. You got my king on the run. I was going to make a joke about politicians on the run, but this is not the week to make jokes about politicians on the run.
A lot of politicians have been on the run lately from
Yeah.
various things.
Yep. No on the run puns.
Well, we can make some on the run.
Both of these lights on? See, that might be the problem.
What?
I meant to only have one light on you.
No. It's way too late. There's nothing we can do about it now.
Okay. All right, let's get serious here. It's time to fucking ramp this game up. Some of this kind of shit.
Can't do that.
Son of a... Why not? No!
Sorry. Yes. Would have been a pretty decent move.
Oh, this kid is chomping me up, chomping my flanks.
Gotta have a more flexible plan. I always tell you. There's no way everything's gonna go exactly according to plan.
Oh yeah? What about that?
Okay, what?
I'm so bummed. This game's gone to crap for me.
Check.
Okay, that's alright, that's alright.
Check.
I'm in a tight spot. I'm in a jackpot, baby.
Yep.
I'm in a real jackpot. Hold on, I take that back. Alright, fine.
You can do either one. Whatever you think's best.
No, I'll stick with this.
Alright. Queen.
God, I'm in big trouble.
Let's put you in
That's
check.
it?
You're in check.
Checkmate?
No, you can do something.
Okay.
Check.
That's gonna be a hard one to get out of. I think that's it.
Nope. Move right here.
No, I can't.
Why not?
Here?
Yeah.
Do this queen.
Oh. All right. That was a weird game.
That should not have gone that way. Fine.
Good game. Good game.
Yeah.
All right. Where's that Sharpie? Sharpie around.
I'll get you the
Grab my water
Sharpie.
bottle.
Alright, we're taking a 2-second break.
2-second break.
Back in 30.
We'll be back in 30 seconds. Yeah, that was fun. Game 3, Game 1 of match 3 of week 3 of month 2 of 2021 goes to Indy.
All right. Let's see here. Nice work, boy.
Pretty good.
All right, let's check the stream real quick.
All right.
Make sure we're still rocking.
That was a weird game. Things got weird.
Yeah, it was. It was probably something to do with the Seventh Seal.
I told you not to get froggy. Game.
Yeah, that is weird. Never. No one tells me to get froggy.
I was telling you not to get froggy.
The Seventh Seal.
I told you not to get froggy.
Yeah, that is weird. Never. No one tells me to get froggy.
I was telling you not to get. If I type in Terry's to Google, the first result is Terry's getting froggy.
Wow. Wow. Wait, are we in a loop now of hearing the same part of the stream over and over again
Yes.
that I've caused?
Yes.
Sorry.
If I can find this in the next 10 seconds.
Then we're gonna get shut down by the
No.
Who's and What's? Okay. Damn it. Still fucking with my fucking tie? God damn it.
All right, everyone. Round 2.
Round 2.
Cup was empty. All right.
That is an unexpected arrival on the scene.
Mm-hmm. Early rook. Never expect it. Some advice for the kids out there.
Don't listen to him. What did you think about the moment where Death tricked him into giving away some of his moves?
I didn't understand that.
Yeah. It was like a confession.
Yeah, it was like a confession, but I feel like he was doing it throughout the whole. It was like hubris.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It was like he was trying to gloat about his fuck.
His what now?
Speaking of hubris, is that your move? Trying to distract me?
You wish.
It's good.
Okay.
You got me.
Oh.
See what you were doing. It worked.
Now my hubris has me out here.
Yes. You getting froggy?
No. No.
I'm off to a bit of a rough start. There's nothing wrong with that. You can always come back. It's fine. I knew he was going to do that.
Check. Chickity check. Huh? Wait.
Yes. No. Yes. Wait. Yes.
Should I double check that?
Did we forget how a castle works?
I mean, I often forget on that on the
All right,
on
check
the
it real quick.
queen side.
Unless somebody in the comments knows.
Hey Siri, show me a queenside castle, please. Come on, Siri. Are you looking it up?
Yeah.
I'm gonna murder you. Yes, like this.
You sure?
Yes. Yes, I am. What about you? What are you seeing?
I'm seeing.
All right.
Nope.
What?
I think it is Queenside Castle. Boom.
Let's see here.
So I think it's the king moves 2 spaces over either way, right?
Places the rook more efficiently in the center D file.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right. Want to stick with that?
A, B, C, D. No, that can't be right.
A, B, C, D.
Yeah, I'm definitely sticking with it.
All right.
You're in check.
What are you, my manager?
What are you, my parole officer?
Yeah.
Did I use that one already?
No, you didn't. I was just bummed because that's what I should have said.
Oh, no, because I used the same joke like 3 weeks ago. We're just going to keep doing variations on that, is my point.
It's a good joke.
We won't let it die.
No.
Promise. That's a promise. That is annoying. That is highly annoying.
You know what's more annoying?
What?
Is that I could have taken you out with my bishop if I was paying more attention.
Taking who out? My queen?
Yeah.
With what? Where was it?
It was here.
No.
Yes, okay. We'll roll the tape on that later. We'll see.
I never would have.
That's right.
I never would have.
Alright. I'm failing. I'm failing to maintain my dignity.
to try this old school move called the Spleen's Gambit. Man,
Spleen's
that was
Gambit.
going to go somewhere, but it didn't. Sorry. I'll pre-test those next time.
Mm-hmm.
In the mirror. See myself saying Spleen's Gambit and know it's a bad idea. Check.
Right. This is a rough game for me.
Oh, damn it. Oh, hold on. Take that one back.
Uh-huh.
Your most recent move because you are in check.
Mm-hmm.
No, I think you just moved somebody up.
Yeah, okay. Hey. That's my only move.
Nope. No.
Nope, it was not my
Let's
only
get
move
you out of
because
check.
it wasn't a
God
move.
damn this fucking table.
I think you might have just won this game.
Oh, is it over?
I think so. Guess I can...
No. All right.
Wait. Alright, good game.
Good game.
1-1.
1-1 going into the speed round.
Now we play with the clock.
Now we play with the clock. As of right now,
We're still completely tied up.
so tied up over, let's see, 6, 12, 18, 19, 20 games. We've played 20 games, and it is a tie.
10-10.
10-10, baby. So we're about to play a tie-breaking 21st
Yeah.
game. At the end of today, one of us... All right, hold on.
One of us will be ahead for the month.
Yep. And then the pressure's just on. Nobody sleeps all week. I mean, you're just biting your nails all night long.
Yep.
Playing the moves out on the ceiling, you know?
Let me tell you, I didn't sleep all week. I got my PlayStation 5 last Saturday right after our game.
Boom.
Played
Yeah.
it non-stop.
We should have thrown in a quick review of that.
Yeah, quick review.
Because, yeah, it's not too late.
Quick review of, I mean, everything about the PS5 so far lives up to what I was hoping. The controller is so awesome. It's like a, I mean, that's like the most next-gen feeling part of the whole thing, is the controller. I mean, the graphics are amazing on all the games. The 60 frames per second is awesome.
Yeah.
Demon Souls. If anybody watching is an old school Demon Souls fan or a new Demon Souls fan playing the new Demon's Souls for PlayStation 5. But, I mean, the highlight really... I mean, Astro's Playroom was a massive highlight of everything PlayStation. It made me regret not being a PlayStation fan my whole life.
Yeah, I popped in for a round or
You
two.
were there for most of that.
Oh, yeah, for most of it, would you
Yeah.
say? That was fun. That was a very rewarding
Yeah.
few hours spent. That controller is amazing. I mean, for people who... I mean, I couldn't believe
It's
it.
hard to describe.
At one point, there's an animation of the controller flipping open like the pad, popping open like it's a trap door, and in pour a bunch of droplets. and then the pad closes, and then like the droplets are in the pad, and you can feel them.
Feel them moving around. If you
Slosh
shift
around.
the controller, you can feel them all slide to one side.
But they feel like little globules of like boba or something tinier. But like you feel them in there. It's awesome.
It's like ball bearings.
You can feel them slow.
Like
but then they have different hardnesses and things. You can feel like gravel in there feels differently.
Water, sand.
Yes.
If you're like walking on some water, or like different surfaces, you're walking on a glass, a metal, wood, ice.
Really, I mean, you feel it and hear it. It's the best audio in a controller I've ever.
I've never been a fan of audio in controllers, but it's working for me.
Things are really maturing in the controller world. I mean, he could blow into it.
Yeah, there's like a pinwheel section. You blow into the controller.
It
spins the pinwheel.
It was cool, man.
There was one of the things I liked was, what was I going to say?
Oh, the controller. I was going to say one thing about like there's a jukebox thing where you can really feel the pushback of the springs of the jukebox.
It was
a slot machine.
Yeah.
Controller arm.
It was like a prize machine.
It was a prize machine.
And you pull it, and you can feel like you use the triggers to pull the lever back. But there's an animation of a hand, and it goes a certain way, and then it kind of stops, and you have to push the trigger way down, and then it gives it a
yeah.
And then you get a ball out of the machine, and there's plastic ones, and then there's like aluminum ones, and then like chunky gold ones, and there are soda cans that are worth nothing, but you have to crush them with the other trigger.
Crush them. It's like a robot. It's two robot arms.
Two robot hands.
Crush it.
You get a ball in your hand, you have to crush it, and you can pull the trigger straight down, and it'll crush it right away. But if you're slow with it, you can feel the resistance, and you can kind of feel it slowly breaking in the hand.
Yeah, the different materials.
It's very hard to describe.
It's like if you're crushing a glass globe. You know how like there'd be moments before it totally burst. Anyway, all right, should we do this?
All right, let me know when you're ready.
All right, what time is it? Just curious. Oh, it's only 11.
All right, perfect.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We usually like this to be between
an hour and a half.
An hour and a half. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it. I'm in. Got a little carried away there. Got a little rhythmic. Got a little enticed by the rhythm of the night.
We don't want to get shut down by Pat Benatar.
Yep. That could be Gloria Estefan. I'm gonna fall for that again. I guess I didn't fall for that last time. I fell for something else. Fell for your boom, huh? What?
I thought you were trying to emphasize the ticking.
When I watched the stream the other day, I really enjoyed these little spinning triangular, whatever those things are.
Yeah. I think that's supposed to be a second hand. You know, you pick one point on the triangle, and then that's the second hand or something. Maybe it's not quite a second.
I thought it was just trying to show you it's this one.
Maybe it is.
I was laughing at myself because I went like this.
Oh, yeah.
You. Check.
Oh. Do my signature move now.
Check. Damn, you're slippery. Check.
Wow.
Roasted chestnuts, ladies and gentlemen.
Boom. That was a quick one. All right. Current champion.
Current champion, James Ford. Now, so far, I don't think I've been like ahead. I'm like breaking it down. I don't think there's been a point where I've been purely victorious to this degree.
1 point ahead.
First one, you were a point ahead. Then we tied. No, then you were 2 points ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Then we tied it up.
Then I was 3 points ahead. Then I was 4 points ahead.
Yeah, there was no point where I was
Yeah.
a point ahead until now. Until now, baby, I fought. Love you, kid.
I love you too. All right, so this week we had a loose plan to watch the Bill and Ted films
Right.
because apparently Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, the second one, is based on The Seventh Seal, which is funny because that's the only Bill and Ted I've seen.
This was on a Maggie Friedman reminder, by the way. Speaking of our biggest fan, Maggie
Playing
Friedman.
television writer Maggie Freeman.
Yeah. Firefly Lane,
Yep.
February 3rd.
Yep.
Netflix.
Netflix.
Stream it,
You
beam
all
it.
have it. You don't have to sign up for Hulu 3 or whatever.
No.
So that's probably the plan, is to watch the Bill and Ted films. All 3 of them.
The week after that, we'll probably watch Firefly Lane, but we won't. But there's not much chess in season 1. We'll remedy that for season 2 if we can, with some of our. What else? Yes, I think as long as last week we were gonna post, we are gonna do like our first posting on Facebook
Yep.
and YouTube and whatever. It's just kind of to feel that out and see how it went, but. We had some major technical problems, and I actually spent an afternoon like editing out a bunch of glitches, and then the whole thing just sucked.
Yeah.
And so we bailed on it.
Yep.
But I think this week went pretty well.
We think so. There used to be an indicator on what our signal strength was.
Yeah.
Well, maybe that information at the top is what we're looking at.
Oh, shit.
It all looks to be green at the moment.
You're right. That is the jam.
Well.
Oh, and the 2 viewers. This is the other thing I've been looking for.
2 viewers.
2 viewers, probably just us.
Might be Julian.
Great.
Julian, comment if you're viewing this right
Julian, what's up, J-Dog? We miss you. We hope the quarantine is rocking.
It's pleasant
For you.
for you.
It's not rocking.
Sure.
It's the ambulances. Anyway.
What?
The sound of the ambulances is insane sometimes. Quarantine makes you crazy. Thanks for being here.
Yep.
Thanks for being there.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the week you're not going to be here.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in playing somebody else. Look, I'm going to be honest. I'm not going to front as if I know how to play based on like telling people the numbers of the next moves I want to make and like adjusting. But I mean, maybe there's some kind of amateur version of that we could do.
Wouldn't say destroyed. I won the first match. That was you did destroy me in that last one though.
It was that time when I made that really obnoxious noise. When I was like, oh! It was basically over. That was an accurate sound. It wasn't very sportsmanlike.
Accurate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anything else? I would say watch The Seventh Seal. Maybe not.
No.
It's too much during the pandemic because of the plague thing.
Yeah, watch it.
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really good, and it was, there were plenty of lighthearted moments.
Yeah, lots of it.
There were a lot of funny moments.
If you're a fan of the HBO show Rome, which is getting a little old now, but like, it's like 15, 20 years ago at this point. But like Rome, there's this, if you had nobody's seen it. Rome has a character who's the kind of the secondary character, who's completely based on the secondary character here on The Seventh Seal, which I did not know until I just watched it.
Still seems like a weird. I can't get over the 1958. It was almost the 60s.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
There's some real, like, groovy movies by then. But, like, this one was, like, almost felt like people were going, like this and like, editing with scissors and stuff. It was like, okay, I guess that's...
I'm sure they were still editing. I think they were editing with scissors till, like, the 90s, right?
They were editing with razor blades.
Oh.
But at one point, like, in the Thomas Edison days, they were just cutting it and taping it together and, like, doing the best they could. Maybe,
The editing was pretty good. The editing was fine.
The quality editing was fine. I'm just saying it felt like it had that cardboard set kind of,
Yeah, I wasn't impressed.
This was a theater production recently, and now it's this.
The costumes were a little weak for, chainmail is clearly plastic.
Maybe not plastic, right?
It wasn't made of any kind of metal.
Was plastic even invented back then?
It was some kind of...
Wood? Wood mail? Something you don't see too often. Might try to incorporate it in my next D&D game. Wood mail has less protection than leather armor.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's getting geeky. Alright, that's probably time to sign off at that point.
Alright, everyone. Well, thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
we'll be here next week, and by next week, we'll figure out what we'll do for the week after that.
Yeah. Indy's going to be gone. I want to play somebody some way. But, like...
Maybe you'll play against...
I'll play against the Mindstein. I could learn a few things from somebody who really knows how to play. But feed me the numbers. Look, DM me, and we'll work out a system. All right. Peace out,
Find us
everyone.
on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Maybe not Twitter yet, but Facebook and Instagram. Roasted Chessnuts.
Roasted Chestnuts, or the Roasted Chestnuts.
Roasted Chess.
Chessnuts.
Chessnuts.
Chessnuts. Emphasis on the nuts.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Enjoy
It's over.